So we're all in search of true meaning in life. In the previous video in this series, we've talked about the driving forces behind building a business. So in this video, we'll dig deeper into the why and discovering your passion, your purpose in life, and how it can help you achieve that what you're truly after in life by building an online business. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Luc Nicolas Vellekertien. I'm the founder of Business Mastery. This channel is all about helping aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners build an online business by achieving business mastery and achieving financial success. So don't forget to leave behind a comment, subscribe to this channel, and let's get started. So you want to build an online business, but you do not know exactly what it is that you want to pursue, what direction to go towards. Look, anyone can build an online business, so you can too. But there is a big difference in my eyes between building an online business, launching it, growing it, making it financially successful, versus actually building a business that is based on your true purpose and on your true desire and on your true mission, I would like to call it. That is actually something I find very more rare because most people, and that is obvious, they just follow the money and they build a business because other people are doing it. They perhaps pursue the business opportunities that provide the easiest road to financial success. But that is actually something I do not want to go deeper into this video. This video will look at what are the actual underlying intrinsic drivers that you can discover that will actually help you build a business that is sustainable in the sense of building a business that within, let's say, 5-10 years, you are truly proud of owning and running. That is also, of course, financially successful. But the underlying motivator, the underlying driving force is your own purpose, your own true mission. So the goal of this video is to create direction and clarity in building your business. So in the previous video, I showed this model which presents the, let's say, 9 underlying drivers behind building a business. So everyone, when starting out, has a, let's say, has a specific why in mind, a specific reason why they want to start a business. As you can see in this model, we have 9 intrinsic drivers behind building a business. So if you looked at the first one, to contribute, the main idea, the main driver behind contributing is that you want to contribute to a greater cause. You want to make a difference in the world by adding value or having an impact. You want to help other people by providing value or knowledge. Contributing can be done in many ways. You could be trying to contribute, for example, by making the world of piano music a better place, by contributing in actually writing music. Contribution can also be not only in the sense of providing like knowledgeable action or knowledgeable information, also provide, for example, financially, contributing financially to, for example, countries that are actually in need. So there are so many possibilities. I'm not going to go into detail, but just to give you an idea of what is possible, let's keep these drivers very generic so that then you can, on your own, dig deeper and find what it is that you actually want to apply them to. So the second driver is to trust. So you want to create relationships based upon trust. You want to be the trusted one who can be relied upon. For example, imagine you are a doctor, a medical doctor, or for example, a psychologist, and you want to actually make a difference by being the one in, for example, on YouTube or whatever platform you decide to be on, that actually people can come to you with very intimate matters and show you that you are the one to be trusted for this specific problem, specific situation that they have. So going on to the third element, to make sense. You want to make sense out of complex or complicated things by quick synthesis of complex issues, for example, like complex theory, educational material. You break it down into easy to digest bites that can be used in day-to-day life. So to make sense of complicated matters such as, for example, you are a mathematician and you want to be able to teach others that are in high school how easily actually mathematics is. For me it isn't, but okay, let's assume that you are very good in mathematics and your driving force behind your business is to actually help people to make sense of things. So the fourth element here is to simplify. You want to make things simple and you want to make things easy to understand and do. You want to take the complex and break it down into the simplest form, direct and to the point. The fifth possible driver is finding a better way. So this is actually what a lot of businesses do. They continually search for a product or a service that then they can improve on and provide an improved version of that. So that is actually, I think, one of the biggest drivers out there in the market that people pursue to improve things. So a better way would be described as you want to find a better way of doing something and sharing it. You could think of innovators and improvers always seeking to make anything better. So the sixth approach is having the right way, following the right way. Well, this is also something that is very subjective because what is right for someone can also be wrong for someone else. So keep that in mind when looking at this why point. Doing it the right way could perhaps be, for example, teaching in the right way, at least in your eyes. For example, you could say like teaching in the right way for me would be to participate these students much more proactively than currently is done in the schooling system. So that could be, for example, one of your driving forces. So the right way would be described as you want to do things the right way in order to get results, setting up structures, processes, and systems to ensure a predictable and consistent result. So the seventh driver would be to challenge. And to challenge could be, for example, a mental, but also a physical driver. For example, you want to challenge people to think in a very specific, unique way. Or, for example, you want to challenge people physically. So you're perhaps a personal trainer and you love to help people achieve their physical limits with regard to sport. So the challenge, I would describe it as you want to think differently and challenge the status quo with new thinking, and you do not want to follow the rules, recipes, or color within the lines. You want to stick up for the underdog and push the limits. So the eighth item is all about mastery. So mastery is about helping people achieve their highest attainable level of skill. With the mastery, you could think of, for example, mastering chess or mastering how to play the violin or mastering business. That is actually something that I actually do with my channel. And I would describe mastery as you're driving to learn everything you can to achieve mastery about something that captures your interest. So you develop nuances in a very high skill level. And with that high skill level, you try to achieve the greatest level of understanding and knowledge. The ninth and the last element is to clarify. So to clarify is very related to simplify, to make sense of things. But I would describe to clarify as you want to create clarity and make things crystal clear in order to respond appropriately. So you want to understand and answer why you do things. So basically to clarify would be, imagine that you're someone that helps people discover their true purpose, their true mission. Then your driving force for a business would be to clarify things. So these are 9 possible ways you can find a driving force for your online business. Now, it doesn't mean that if you find or choose one of the driving forces is that you would always have to pursue only that or one of those drivers. No, that isn't the case. So usually, or more often, we have a combination of several drivers, several intrinsic drivers that we combine into one of. So it could be a combination of these drivers together that form the foundation of your business. So for example, you could combine your whys to help others achieve mastery, but at the same time to simplify things. You want to help people attain the highest level of skill possible, but doing that by simplifying things. So that's a combination, an example of a combination that you can use to apply in discovering and finding your purpose for a business. But I would always recommend that is something that I personally have done, is just to find the strongest driver, that one that you relate the strongest to. Just start with that and just don't overthink, don't over research, just choose one of the underlying forces, underlying drivers, and stick with that and see how things develop. So for example, if you would feel you relate the strongest to, for example, simplify things, then you just choose that topic and then look at what are you good at, what are you experienced at, or perhaps if you're not good or experienced at those subjects, at those skills, you think about like, what would I want to be good or skilled at? So imagine you would love to be a tennis coach, but you aren't very experienced or good at tennis at the moment, but you love to simplify things. So what you do as an approach, for example, is you write out visual models how new tennis players can learn tennis within several months. So what it is that you do is that you're perhaps not very skilled at playing tennis itself, you're not very experienced at tennis, but you have the skill to actually instruct and teach beginning tennis players how, for example, the rules of the game are used and applied. So that's an example of how you can use these 9 underlying drivers to find one and stick with one and discover your purpose and use that to drive your business. So it's a totally different approach from the usually mainstream approach that says, find a business opportunity that has a high return on investment or that is a very profitable business, into actually finding what drives you the strongest and using that as a foundation for your business. So what I see is that the strongest and the most powerful driver that you can have when building a business is actually those drivers that come within you. So the intrinsic drivers, in comparison to the extrinsic drivers, which is earning a lot of money, having a very profitable business. Those, in my eyes, are a result of you having a business that is truly grounded, truly founded on doing what you love, in doing what drives you day in, day out. Because I can guarantee you that if you start a business that is only based on just earning a lot of money, you will see after, let's say, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, that your motivation levels are just going down and down and down. And as a result, you will see that your financial results will also go down and down and down with that motivation. Why? Because they're interrelated. And I will make another video about how the financial aspect of a business is very much related to the driving forces of a business. Hopefully that video will provide you also some more clarity why it is also for the financial benefit of your company of importance to have a clear why in your business. So the last thing I want to quickly look at is how you can combine your whys with the other, I like to call them marketing questions of what do you serve your clients with, who do you serve, and how do you serve them. So if you look at this graph, what we can see here is that we combine the why with the how, with the what. So for example, imagine you want your driver is to simplify things, and you want to help people achieve strong relationships with their spouse. And the consequent question would be, so who do you want to serve? And for example, imagine you select a target market. I want to be helping married men simplify their relationships. And that is an example of a combination of using the why question with the who, the what, and the how. And also because what you love doing, what you're good at, or perhaps something you would aspire to become good at, is something you need to visually present for yourself. Just write it out on a piece of paper. Answer these why, how, what questions for yourself, and clarify what it is that actually would give you immense quantity of energy in your business. Doing that is a very powerful exercise, and I can guarantee you, if you do that for several weeks or months, you will have a much higher and stronger clarity, which in turn will accelerate the success of your business. So just to quickly recap here, I believe following the money is not a good driver for business success. Instead, having a clear why, having a clear reason why you're doing what you're doing is actually a much greater probability, will provide you with a much greater success chance in running your business profitably. So I just want to round up this video by saying thank you for watching this video, for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked the value of it, please just comment, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.